Yeah, Nigeria has a population of over 220 million people. We're a democracy. And so I think for every business person, political stability matters. So Nigeria guarantees that. We're currently led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and who's done a lot of reforms lately since he came back with a exchange rate, with in the oil and gas sector. So that stands us out. Then we have a vibrant youth population, and they are skilled too. So now what it means that you have political stability, one. Then you have the population and the skills that you would need. Then you have the market, because once you are in Nigeria, you have access to the West African market because of the protocol on free movement of people, goods, and services. And then there's the AFCTA that now also guarantees that you could actually do a lot of things across the African continent. And yeah, so yeah, that stands Nigeria's out. And over time, government has introduced a lot of tax incentives for businesses. And as you would know, we have some of the biggest businesses in the world. The Dangote refinery is one of it. It's one of the latest, about $20 billion business in Lagos, Nigeria. And there's also a whole area in Ogun State that is working, working as a lot of industrial capacities. So also in Kano, in Port Harcourt, so across the country. Then we have four main international airports: the one in Lagos, the one in Port Harcourt, the one in Kano. Then the railway services has been overhauled. The road transport systems. The government is currently working on the Lagos Calabar superhighway. So all of this together, when you add them up, like facilitates, gives you great access to the market. So basically, my proposition on why Nigeria would be basically that: political stability, one; two is the market access; three is the youthful population and the skills; and yes, sir, basically that's it. Because of the reforms that are happening in the economy, we are a huge oil and gas country. Gas on a As you know, some of our biggest partners around the world, it's in the oil and gas industry. But over time, successive governments have tried to diversify. So that's now there are a lot of things happening in the mining industry, in the agricultural sector. And so those three sectors are really important sectors for us. We have a wonderful Minister of Health, and he's always doing a lot in the health sectors now. And in the communication sector too, IT. Yesterday, even though we saw the Minister of Communication speaking about the order he's gotten from the president to create 7,000 digital health facilities, and they're working on that. So there's a absolutely Nigerian system is open to businesses. The power sector, the government is targeting about 25,000 megawatts, and then the metering system along across the country. Generation is a huge part of that. Transmission is in them. So some of the systems are obsolete, and government is actually trying to do a transmission to rejig the transmission systems across Nigeria. So it's a huge sector where people should. So if Slovak businesses are interested, I would say definitely oil and gas and the value chain, the agricultural system, which is and its value chain, the mining sector where Minister Alake has been excellent. And so I would, if I was a Slovak business, focus in these areas. Yeah, so the first call for any Slovak would be the embassy, because we are actually 1 hour away. Okay, maybe a little more. But the Nigerian embassy in Vienna, Austria, covers Slovakia. So the first point of call will be the embassy, and there's the investment promotion council that Nigeria has. So we could do the linkage between the will-be business people and them. So they have a huge facility. It's like a one-stop shop where you have all the expertise you need to create, because definitely there will be a business registration. Over time, we've seen people who have Nigerian partners. So they have Nigerians who already have businesses that they have arrangements with. And because again, despite the fact we want Slovak businesses, there are rules to follow, but I bet there are rules that are easy. The embassy has tried over time to ensure that all of the things that such businesses will need is facilitated. So, and we're committed to that. It's an instruction that the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs has continuously ask that all missions should fulfill. And then, yes, so the Ministry of Trades, FMITI, is also an important ministry in the whole thing. Where so we have a whole lot of ministers across different sectors who work together to help facilitate businesses into Nigeria. And so in this case, any interested person or business can check with the embassy, then we do the necessary linkages. If I was an hesitant Slovak business, I would just look to the fact that what do I really want? So there are businesses in Europe already in Nigeria. So in some of our biggest partners are in the Netherlands, in the UK, in Italy, in Spain. And so what do they see that's I'm not saying. So I would want to look at that, and I would encourage them to come to Nigeria. Take a personal trip first. The embassy is happy to facilitate it. Go speak with your embassy. Like, know what the chances are, know what the businesses are. Nigeria is one of the places in the world where the return on investments is the best. Like, there's no the idea of business by its own is that there would be challenges. You just want to make sure that there are challenges that you're willing to take. So it's not going to be a walk in the park, but then the Nigerian government is always there to help, like, foreigners who would bring their money to invest in Nigeria there. And again, the worry of most of the investors is when they're ready to repatriate their money, how easy is it? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has committed to this over and again, that one of the easiest thing that would happen would be repatriation of funds. So your money won't be trapped in Nigeria. And for the things that he has done in the last year or two, you would see that he has matched the promises with action. So I would urge them, just do it. Just come to Nigeria, see it first, speak with your embassy, speak with us in the embassy. Then I'm sure we'll be able to convince you that Nigeria is a good place to invest. Don't be afraid. It's normal, because if I had money and if I had $1 million or more, then I'm putting somewhere, I would want to be sure that it's safe. So, but the way you navigate that to ensure that you're not wrongly afraid, like, is to check with your embassy first. Check. So what we do in the embassy is that we try to do linkages between businesses through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria. So we also try as much as we can to ensure that your partners are the right partners, because again, anywhere in the world, if you are dealing with the wrong partners, it's going to turn to it's going to be bad. Like, so what we want to do is that we know that you're with businesses in Nigeria that we trust, that the Nigerian government knows about, that the Manufacturers Association knows about, that the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment knows about, that the Ministry of Communication, that all the necessary ministries know about. That if you want to do mining, you would have to speak with somebody in the Ministry of that is in charge of that under Minister Dele Alake to before you do it. So if you go and pick the wrong partner, then that's where the problem starts. So I think the first line of action is speak with us in the embassy, and then we can point you in the right direction.